Hi, this is video number 2 of English for Future Teachers Level 3. Here we will present Units 1C and 1D, and it is based on American English File 2. You need to look at these materials to prepare for Class 3. Here is a general view of Unit 1C, and here we have a general view of Unit 1D. In Unit 1C, called At the Moulin Rouge, we will be studying the present continuous, the grammar of the present continuous. We will be studying vocabulary to talk about the body, and we will also be studying prepositions of place, and we will be studying how the different vowel sounds, certain vowel sounds, are in English. In Unit 1D, the Devil's Dictionary, we will be studying defining relative clauses. That is, how to create sentences saying, for example, a teacher is a person who, da 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 da. A cell phone is a thing that, da 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 da. How to describe objects. And we also have a vocabulary section using elements to paraphrase. Paraphrase is when you cannot say one thing directly and you find a different way of describing that. Specifically in 1C, first we will be studying the vocabulary of the body. Next, the pronunciation of some vowel sounds. We will be analyzing how the vowel sound sounds and how it is written. Then we will have the grammar point on present continuous and the prepositions. In the case of 1D, we have a reading, we have the grammar associated to the relative clauses, there is a listening, and we have the vocabulary necessary to paraphrase, to say something in a different way when we cannot think of a word. Okay, let's start with our vocabulary of the body. The book selects this image to talk about the body. It is a painting by Pablo Picasso called Portrait of Dora Maar, and it was painted in 1937. As you can see, Dora Maar has some black hair. Here is her black hair. We can see one ear, we cannot see the other. She has two eyes. They are a little different. They are painted a little differently to what we usually see in portraits. She has a nose, quite a prominent nose. A mouth with beautiful red lips. And we can also see a little bit of her neck, her hand. She has painted nails, they are painted red, and a purple, red, and a blue dress. Can you remember those words? This was what? This was hair. What part of the body is this? Ear. These are her eyes. She has a prominent nose, a beautiful mouth with these red lips, and a nice neck. You also need to learn some other body parts. As you can see, the picture goes from 1 to 5, 6 to 10, and 11 to 14. Number 1 is the mouth. Number 2 is the neck. Number 3, what is that? Yep, it's the hand. Number 4, yep, is the stomach. What part of the body is number 5? The arm. In this section, number 6, this corresponds to what? To the eye. Oh, it was already done. Number 7. What is this? She has one here, 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 and here. Those are fingers. Number 8. Nice red lips. It was done. Number 9 is the nose. Number 10 is her head. Number 11 are her ears. That was done. Number 12, what do we call this part of the body? There's a shampoo that is called Head and Shoulders. And this part of the head is her face. Yep. And number 14, all of this is her hair. In this case, it's red hair, not black hair. We have more body parts. Here we have a picture that goes from 15 to 18 and then some loose items. This part of the body is the back. And to this part of the body is a foot. Remember, foot, the plural is feet. This part of the body in the leg that is a joint that you can bend your leg is a knee, and the whole extremity is a leg. What is this? Supposedly, not very good picture really. It's the brain. And these, not one, all of them are your teeth. This part of your body that's very important. If you have a problem here, you cannot have good health. This is your heart. And these 5 little things that are on your foot are your toes. And this red thing that is in your mouth is the tongue. We also need to expand our vocabulary on body parts. Here we will review some verbs. What parts of the body do we use to see? The eyes. What body part to hear? The ears. And to smell? The nose. And to kiss? The lips. And to bite? Your teeth. How about to touch? Your hands. And to think? Your brain. And to feel? To feel, well, to feel you can use your hands, but really you can use your whole body. To kick, you kick with your foot, or with your feet if it's in plural. And to smile, you smile with your lips. These, see, hear, smell, kiss, bite, touch, think, feel, kick, smile, are verbs. Remember, when you learn a verb, you should automatically try to remember if it is regular, irregular. You can get an extra credit if you send me the list of the past tenses of these verbs. Here we have a poem by Gabriela Mistral called Give Me Your Hand. That is the translation. And in Spanish it was Dame la mano. Can you see anything different in translating Dame la mano and give me your hand? Okay, the verb dar is the verb give, yeah? Dame, give me. Hand is mano. But why is la your? Why is it give me your hand? Well, the reason is that when we talk about body parts, we do not say the in English. We always say who is the owner of the hand. So I can't say give me the hand. I need to say, give me your hand. The next section is pronunciation, specifically vowel sounds. And what we want to see is there a connection between a vowel sound and the letter we write? Here we have some typical pictures that language books use to describe a sound. This is a phone, an old-fashioned phone. Here we have a bike. Here we have an ear. Here we have a car. Here we have an arrow that says up. And here we have an egg. I notice that phone, bike, ear, car, up, and egg. Notice that the way we write how it sounds and the letter we write is very different. So this is a phone, this is a bike, this is an ear, this is a car, up, egg. Can you place these words in their boxes according to the sound? You can stop the video here to try to do it. Ready? What words did you find that sound like phone, oh, nose, shoulder? So this sound of O, as in phone, sometimes corresponds to an O, like in phone, and sometimes it's an OU. What sounds like bike, Ike, bite, and eyes? Yes, notice here, bite is similar to bike, but eyes is very different. What words sound like the ear, ear? Well, ears, of course, and hear. They are all connected in this case. What about car, R? Yes, we have arms, which is similar to car, A-R, but we also have heart. Notice that the vowels vary. What about a as in up? A as in up appears in stomach and touch. Notice how different the situation here is, because up is with a U, stomach is with an O, and touch is an OU. And similar to the E in egg, head, and smell. So as you can see, vowels in English, we have a characteristic sound, but how we write that sound can vary a lot. Now we are ready for our grammar point. Present continuous. Here we have a painting by Seurat. Where are these people? Well, there are many possible answers, but one is that they are near a river. What are they doing? Again, there are various possible answers, but one possible answer is they are relaxing or they are enjoying a day at the river. Specifically, what is he doing? Well, he is relaxing and he is looking at the river, like all the people in this painting. What is he wearing? Well, he is wearing black pants, a gray t-shirt, and a hat. What is he doing? Well, he is relaxing or he is looking at the river. And what is he wearing? He's wearing a black hat, a white jacket, and black pants. What are they doing? Well, it looks as if they are sailing in the river. So, this was just to remind you of how we use the present continuous. But now we need to see, when do we use present continuous and when do we use present simple? Here we have 4 sentences, and the only difference between option A and option B is that the first one is in present simple and the second one is in present continuous. To be able to identify which is the correct form of the verb, we need to pay attention to several things. In example number 1, it says, in the picture. A picture is a moment in time. In number 2, it says, often. Often, right here, often, is an adverb of frequency. And we use adverbs of frequency when we are talking about our routine. Always, never, sometimes, often. In example number 3, we have another adverb of routine, usually. And in number 4, we have a word, today. Today is only today, not always. Today. So, based on that, we need to choose the answer. In the picture, most people are wearing a bathing suit because it is in the picture. The picture is a moment in time. Number 2, in some countries, people often to the river to relax. Often. We are using an adverb of frequency. We are talking about routine. So, in some countries, people often go to the river to relax. I usually, another adverb of frequency. So, you usually sit at the front of the class. Today is a specific moment in time. So today, you are sitting at the back. Let's see if we can explain this a little more in detail. We have the grammar for present continuous, and the grammar chart says that we use the present continuous for things happening now, at this moment. My brother is working in South America, at this moment. Not always, at this moment. What are you doing? I'm sending a text message to Sarah. What are you doing at this moment? Not what do you do? What is your profession? No. What are you doing right now? If we compare this to the grammar for present simple, we use the simple present for things you do every day, every week, every year, for routine. So, if I say my brother works in South America, he always works in South America. He lives in South America. South America is his routine. If I say I send a message to Sarah, that means I always send a message to Sarah. Not I'm sending a text message right now. Usually we would say every morning or every day I send a text message to Sarah. Let's see the elements of present continuous. We have a verb to be and a verb that ends in ing. Are these elements here? Yes. Notice that all the examples have the verb to be. And notice that all the verbs have our main verb plus ing. If we look a little closer, we will see that the verb to be is the auxiliary verb, and the main verb is the verb that ends in ing. Notice that the auxiliary verb to be varies with the subject. I'm, you're, we're, they're, he's, she's, it's. And the main verb, the verb that ends in ing, never changes. Never changes. If you remember, sometimes I say that the auxiliary verb is the one that does all the work. And the main verb never changes. The main verb doesn't do any work. All the work is done by the auxiliary verb. So when we have questions, we have an auxiliary verb and a main verb. Here is the formula for the questions. We saw this in Unit 1A. And these are questions with present continuous. So we have a question word. Sometimes we don't have a question word, but sometimes we have a question word. The verb to be, our auxiliary verb. Our subject, these two are connected. And the verb in ing in this case. So what are they doing? What are you talking about? These two questions need information. What are they doing? They are dancing. But we also have yes or no questions. Are you working? Is he working? This is a yes or no question. And if we want, we can answer with the minimum amount of information. The minimum amount of information is yes I am, or no I'm not, yes he is, or no he isn't. These are the short answers. And in the short answers, the only verb that works is the auxiliary verb. The main verb is not here. It disappears. This is the minimum we can answer. We cannot say, are you working? Yes. Is he working? No. That does not sound right in English. In addition, we are going to study two more things. One is that some verbs normally do not have a present continuous. We do not use them in present continuous. Examples like, want, have, and need. So, I need to talk to you now. It is now, at the moment. But we do not use present continuous. We don't say, I'm needing to talk to you. No, I need to talk to you. Or, I have a glass of water now. No, I'm having a glass of water now. If we mean that we possess a glass of water. Let's look at this part of the verb, the main verb, the verb plus ing. Here we have some examples. Okay, we have cook and we add ing. This is the normal situation. We have study and we add ing. Notice that I do not make any change with the y. After the y, I add ing. Live, living. Here, the verb had an e, and here the e disappeared. And run, running. Oh, here we have one n, and here we have two n's. Well, I guess we need to know the spelling rules for ing verb forms. Notice there are three. 1, 2, and 3. Let's see the first one. Verbs that end in e, like make, write, live, drive, we delete the e and we just leave the ing. And here you have 3 examples. Notice that the e disappears. The e disappears. The e disappears. That was spelling rule number 1. Spelling rule number 2 says that when we have one-syllable verbs that end in vowel plus consonant, we need to double the consonant before adding ing. Run, run, one syllable. Vowel plus consonant, vowel plus consonant, double the consonant. And here we have run, get, and swim. Sometimes we have verbs that follow this rule. Look is one syllable. Vowel plus consonant, vowel, consonant. But look, here we do not double the consonant. Why? Because we do not double the letter if the word ends in two vowels plus a consonant. Here we have two vowels. Not one, two. Two vowels. Two vowels. So, one syllable verbs that end in one vowel and one consonant, not a vowel and a consonant, because this is a vowel and a consonant, but this is two vowels. Okay, so that was rule number 2. And rule number 3, verbs that have 2 or more syllables and the stress is on the last syllable also double the consonant. Let's see what that means. 2 or more syllables. Begin. That has 2 or more syllables. And the stress is on the last syllable. It's begin, not begin, begin. So if we have 2 or more syllables and the stress is on the last syllable, we also need to double the consonant. So we have 3 rules. 1 specifically for verbs that end in E, 1 specifically for verbs that end in 1 vowel and 1 consonant, and they are 1 syllable. And if we have verbs with 2 or more syllables and the stress is on the last syllable, we double consonant. The book introduces these 2 exercises. The book introduces these 2 exercises. Exercise number 1 and exercise number 2. Exercise number 1 is very mechanical. It is not communicative at all. It is just practice writing sentences with present continuous. Notice we have affirmative, negative, and questions. When you write the affirmative, never forget the verb to be and your main verb. When it is negative, remember to incorporate the not or nt. And when it is a question, remember to write the words in the correct order, and remember that the auxiliary depends on the subject. Because if it's you, it's are. If it's they, it's are. So you have to be careful with that. Stop the video now because I'm going to show the answers. These are the answers. The other exercise, complete the sentences with the simple present or present continuous. This is quite a bit harder because we are not in a communicative situation, so you don't have many elements, and you need to know how to use simple present, and you need to know how to use present continuous. Not only do you need to know how to use, you need to know the rules to write these tenses. Let's review for just a second. Use the simple present for things you do every day, every week, every year, your routine, and for things that are always true. And use present continuous for things happening now, at the moment. This means that if something is not happening right now, at this moment, you cannot use simple present. And that also means that I will use present continuous for things happening now, when I want to be clear that this is not an activity of my routine. Let's see how this works. The first exercise is the girl in the painting, da 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 da, the guitar. And I need to use the verb play. Okay, here we have a picture. Here we have a painting because it says in the painting. And remember that a painting, a picture, is a moment in time. So the girl in the painting, or in the painting, the girl, is playing the guitar. Here it says, my dog isn't dangerous. He, da da da, not bite. My dog isn't dangerous. This is my experience. My experience is not something right now. My experience is something I accumulated with time. It is my routine. So, we use simple present for routine, and the answer is, oh, remember, simple present, negative, he. Are you sure you wrote it correctly? My dog isn't dangerous. He doesn't bite. The next exercise says, why you sunglasses? And I need to use the verbs wear and rain. Wear in this section and rain in this section. Here there is no clue in the sentence, but I need to use my knowledge of the world. In a normal world, sunglasses and rain are not connected. This is from the knowledge of the world. I know that these things are usually not connected, so they are not part of my routine. Here we have a girl, rain, sunglasses. Now, why are you wearing sunglasses? It's raining. In this case, there are no hints in the sentence. You need to find the hints from your knowledge of the world. You can turn off the radio. To it. And the verb is not listen. Here they give me permission to turn off the radio. And the permission is for now. So, if it is for now, be careful, it's negative. I'm not listening to it. In this exercise, I am to go to the bank. I am any money. And I need to use the verbs need and have and negative. Have with money is possession, and need. There was something specific about the verb need and the verb have as possession. Let's see. Yes, some verbs are not normally used in the present continuous. For example, like, want, have, meaning possess, and need. So I cannot use present continuous, and the answer is I need to go to the bank. I don't have any money. Be careful. The baby, that pencil in her mouth. And the verb put. I have a clue here. Be careful. This is an alert for now. So, be careful. The baby's putting that pencil in her mouth. Here we have the verbs cook and eat. You usually on weekends. No, we always out. Here are my two clues. If we use adverbs of frequency, in general, we are talking about routine. So the answer is, do you usually cook on weekends? No, we always eat out. Notice how we are asking about the routine. This is what happened on weekdays. So we want to know what happens on weekends, regularly, normally, as a routine. What you hear? I Keiko. Look, there she is. Aha. Look, there she is. You can see her now. So, the question and the answers are, what are you doing here? I'm meeting Keiko. Look, there she is. And the last section of Unit 1C is prepositions. Let's analyze this blue ball. In this case, the blue ball is between the boxes. In this case, the ball is in the middle. In this case, the ball is on the right. In this case, the ball is behind the box. In this case, the ball is in front of the box. In this case, the ball is on the box. In this case, the ball is in the box. And in this case, the ball is next to the box. Here, the ball is on the left. No box. And in this case, the ball is under the box. I left this one for the last one because it needs a little more explanation. Obviously, it's the last one, so here the ball is across from the box. But the drawing is not very specific. I included one here. If you say that the ball is across from the box, it means that between the ball and the box, there is something. In this case, the something is a road. It could be a table, but the moment I use across from, it means that between these two things, there is something different.